welcome to Baby's Crafty Haven. Thank you for stopping by my channel today. That always means so much to me. Today I have some crafts for you, some wonderful DIYs that I hope you enjoy. So with that, we're going to go ahead and get started with that, and I really hope you enjoy them, and please comment in the comment box below to let me know what you think. DIY number 1. Alright, I got this thing from the thrift store, and I am going to paint it in my white by Apple Barrel. Just the top part. And then I'm going to take this, some fabric I got from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to take my Mod Podge, and I'm going to put this all over it. Kind of a thick coat because it is kind of a thick material. It's very soft. So once I get this on, I'm going to spread this across, and of course I'm going to trim it up as well, because right now it's a little big. But I'm going to push that down, and I can't remember if I put Mod Podge on the top because it was so soft I almost didn't want to. But I think I ended up doing that. I think I did end up putting Mod Podge on top. Then I'm going to take some of this jute, and I'm going to go around the edging, just to kind of give it a clean look. And I do this, of course, all the way around. And I just hot glue it. And I hope I don't show it all. And I have a feeling I am going to show it all. Yep, you guys are going to see it all. Enjoy! Not a very big part of this, but that's okay. Anyways, while we're doing that, I'll just remind everybody that I have a giveaway. I would like to give away a $25 gift card to $25 gift card if I reach 500 subscribers by August 17th, which is my birthday. So please like and subscribe and share my channel so I can reach that goal of 500 by August 17th. And like I said, I'll be giving away a $25 gift card, and it will be the winner's choice of what they get. So, alright, now that I have finished that, we are going to, I cannot remember what I do. Okay, I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, I'm going to take some hot glue, and we're going to run it across the top, and we're going to let it drip. We're going to make it look like honey. So I'm just going to run it all along the top and make a big mess of it. And then I believe I paint it once it dries. But I'll show you here in a minute. You'll see it here in a minute. I just put a lot of hot glue and it drips down and looks like real honey. I left a lot of stuff in. I didn't do a good job editing this. Okay, see? Isn't that cool? I love how that comes out and looks. And then I do paint it yellow. I think it's just a bright yellow from Apple Barrel. And I think I do a couple coats of it on top of the hot glue. And I know right now it doesn't look like you can see it, but you really can. It just, on camera, it's hard to see. But it does show up in person a lot better. So once I finish that up, I have those letters over there. I think they're 1-inch letters I got off of Amazon, and I'm just gonna say "Be kind" on it. And I think I end up using wood glue for it to glue it down. I can't remember if I use wood glue or Aleene's tacky glue for it. But once I get the letters set, I will glue those down. And then once I get that done, I'm going to take that honey dipper, and I am going to put a ton of hot glue on the bottom and then stick that on there, and then I'm going to drizzle a bunch more hot glue all over the top of it. And then once that dries, I will also paint that in that bright yellow from Apple Barrel. And then, oh, I got that honey dipper. I think I got that from Amazon. And then, see, I painted it yellow just like that. And then I took a bunch of ribbon I had, and I made a messy bow. And the one thing I didn't show, I showed a lot of stuff I shouldn't have. And again, I cut out something else, but that's okay. We are almost done with this project. After I put that messy bow on, I take a little bumblebee. I think I got from, I take that little bumblebee, and I got that from Hobby Lobby. There's like a little backing on it. I just cut it off so it could lay flat. But that is it for this project. Let me know in the description box below. I'm sorry I had to torture you through some of that I didn't edit out. But let me know what you think of this one. Oh, I forgot. I did put little bumblebees on there. The little bumblebees I got from Amazon. I just kind of stuck them in little spots. They had like little stickers on the back, and I just took those off and then just hot glued it. Because that sticky part on the back is not very sticky. So once I get that done, yeah, that's it. Then that's it. I'm pretty sure. I'm positive. And I left all this in as well. I think I fell asleep when I was editing. Sheesh. But that's it. Let me know in the description box below what you think. Now we're on to DIY number 2. This one turned out so cute. I love this one. I got those little planks from Dollar Tree, and I got that little box from Dollar Tree, and we're going to paint all that yellow. Once I get that all painted yellow, I take these popsicle sticks, and I paint, I think 11 of them yellow and 11 of them black. Now, let me tell you what I did that you shouldn't do. Okay, here's that little plank I got from Dollar Tree. It came in a pack. And I'm taking my Aliens tacky glue and I'm sticking them on there. Now, what I should have done is cut them down before I stuck them on there. Because I thought, I'll just stick these on here and then cut them down once, once they dry. No, don't do that. It was too hard. It was a pain in the butt. I couldn't get my scissors to cut through. So my suggestion is to cut the popsicle sticks before you do this part. But as you can see, I do every other popsicle stick. Black, yellow, black, yellow. And I do this on both of those little pieces of wood. Plank things? I don't know what you call them. But what I do to one, I do to the other. And that's another thing. I had trouble getting it straight. If I would have just cut it, it would have been a lot easier too. I could have had them straight instead of trying to figure it out. Again, just cut them. But once I finally figured out how to get them cut, and it was a pain in the butt, I'm going to take my Aliens and a little bit of hot glue, and we're going to stick those two pieces together. This is going to be a roof. You'll see here in a minute. And I just stick it like, it's going to look like an L right now. But when you turn it up, it's a slanted roof. See? Alright, now we're going to take our little box, and I took some dowel rods and I painted them black, and I'm going to take a little bit of Aliens, and I'm going to take some hot glue, and we are going to put these, what I just eyeballed the middle. So, Aliens and hot glue, and then we're going to do this to both sides. And you're gonna, I don't know if I left it in or not, but you're gonna see me struggling with this roof. For some reason, I don't know, I just couldn't get it to work. It took me forever to figure it out, but it did work out in the end, and it came out really well. But I'm pretty sure there was an easier way to do it, and my brain didn't work. So I kind of did it probably the stupid way, I guess. Okay, now see, this is, okay, I put that at the top because I wanted to cover up that part where I cut the, where the two pieces come together and where I cut the, popsicle sticks. It was still kind of jagged even though I sanded it down a little bit, but this helps cover that up. And I just stick that on the top of the roof. Because I wasn't liking the way it looked. But here, see, I'm just sticking it down there. I had those dowel rods on the edge, and see how it's kind of wobbly. It's not really sticking. But I thought if I put hot glue down, it would stick. Well, it didn't. So I thought, well, let's see. I ended up taking a dowel rod and put it across and thought that would work. Well, that didn't work either. You're going to see me go through this process. Okay, see, it just wasn't working. It ended up falling off. See, it's really wobbly. So here I am trying to figure this out. I actually put the dowel rod inside of the roof. And then I figured out, okay, I took some cardboard and I made some triangles. This is what worked. Okay, I put the triangles down at the end of the little dowel rod you see in the inside of that. And then I was able to connect the cardboard to the dowel rods on the sides. If that makes any sense. I hope that makes sense. That's what secured it. That's what held it steady. You'll see what I mean, because I was able to put the hot glue there, and that's what's holding it. And I put a little aliens on the top for a more permanent hold, but yeah. And then I end up taking black and painting the sides, so you can't tell it's cardboard. Okay, this fabric I got from my sister-in-law, and I'm gonna take some of that ribbon. I'm not sure where. I probably got it from on sale. I don't know where I got it from. Sorry. I don't know if I got that from a thrift store or from Hobby Lobby, but my suggestion, because I had to redo this, measure, because it ended up being too big. So then I ended up redoing it. See, I had to redo it. And I did it a little differently too. But okay, I'm going to take my glue stick and I cut 3 pieces off. And no, I did not measure them. I just eyeballed them. And I'm going to paint them yellow. Now, painting them yellow was a pain in the butt. I can't even tell you how many coats I had to put of yellow on this until it came out the way I wanted. But I finally got it. And I'm going to take a little strip of white fabric. And I'm going to stick it on top of that. And then I take a little jute and I kind of tie it like that. It's in a loop. And then I tie it tight around the glue stick. And I only do 1 knot, and I do put a little hot glue on that knot to secure it. I'm going to cut off the extra jute, and then I cut off some of that extra white fabric around it. If you haven't figured it out, these are little honey jars made out of glue sticks, and they're so cute. I absolutely love them. I think it's just because it's a mini. I love minis. And these just turned out adorable. I'll show you here in a minute once I get all that jute cut off. But let me know. Isn't that cute? Oh my god. I love it. Okay. Anyways. Okay. I got this stencil. And I'm going to take some black. And we're going to just do a little bit of a honeycomb on the front of our little honey stand. And this turned out really good too. I like this. Usually I'm not very good with stencils, but I was being very light with the paint. Sometimes I just have a tendency to put too much paint on it and then it bleeds, but this turned out perfect. I did this, I shocked myself because I actually did this good. And I didn't get any bleeding. I guess less paint is better. So that turned out really cute. I love how that turned out. And then I'm going to take these words, which I almost started spelling honey wrong. I put the E in the middle, figured it out, and changed it. But I just used some alien tacky glue, so don't worry. I'll fix the spelling. I don't know why. I had it wrong to begin with. My brain was, I don't know. I was frustrated anyways with the roof, so by this point I'm tired. my brain is not working. I just need to stop. But yeah, I'm gonna realize here. Yep, there. That's when I realized, oops, I spelled honey wrong. So, but I fixed it. And we're just gonna put the word honey on the top of our roof. And I think I have to end up adding a little bit more glue to the E because I moved it. Yeah. I took some of the glue off by accident. Oh, I thought I was using Aliens. I'm using wood glue. Aliens, wood glue, whatever. Glue's glue, right? No, not really, but it's just the wood glue from Dollar Tree. It works just as well. And I'm just using my finger because the letters are little. Those are just the 1-inch letters I get from Amazon. And then once that's done, I will take my little tablecloth and some Aliens, and we're going to tack that down. And I just put it all around the edge of this little tablecloth. And I catty corner it onto the stand. And then I just press it down. And then once I get that done, I take this little wood round I got from Hobby Lobby, and I leave it in the natural color that it came in, and I just use some hot glue and I tack that down. And then I use hot glue to tack down our little jars of honey. And then and that's so cute. Oh my god, that turned out so adorable. I love it. And then I take my Posco marker and I write, I think 25 cents. Which in reality would be not 25 cents. Probably about 10 bucks. The way our market's going right now. But I'll get that colored in. And then I think I add a little bumblebee to the top where it says honey. And then I think that is it for this project. I think that's the way I left it. Like I said, at this point I was kind of getting tired because I was frustrated with the roof. I probably would have made a little bit more honey jars, but... And I may go back and do more, I don't know. But that's what we have so far. And I thought I did add a honeybee, but I guess not. Here we are to DIY number 3. I paint... Okay, I took a little bit of yellow and a little bit of brown and mixed it to make it like a darker yellow. Like more like a mustard, I guess. And I'm going to paint those the words in yellow and that board in black. Those letters I got from Dollar General. And I got those little bumblebees, I think, from Hobby Lobby. And I go ahead and paint those using that yellow and black and white. And once I get that finished, this is what it looks like so far. So now we can start piecing things together. Okay, I take some antique wax, and I guess I think I just dirty up, I don't know if I dirty up the bumblebees, but I think I do the letters. Just to make them a little bit, make them stand out a little bit more, make it a little bit more a rustic look. Kind of grunge it up a little bit, I guess. I go more around the edges and then I could do a little bit in the middle. And that's what it looks like. And I do that to all the letters. And once I get that done, we can start assembling. Now this, I made a long time ago. And it's way before I had my channel. And yes, I know honey is spelled wrong, but that's the way Pooh Bear spells it. So, in my world, it's correct. So, yeah. That's how he spells it, and that's the way I like it. So, we're going to put that little honey jar down on that little plank thing that I got from Dollar Tree, and then we're going to start assembling our letters. And this takes me a minute too to figure out how I want to do my letters, but I take a little wood glue and hot glue to these letters. And I start with working backwards with the word. As you can see, I started with a Z. And then I let's see. Yeah, I'll take another Z and I'll tack that on, but I kind of go catty-cornered. The letters won't be straight. I kind of go back and forth. And here I'm just marking it with my pencil so I know where to put the glue. Because again, I want to use a little bit of wood glue and hot glue. So we have a immediate hold and a permanent hold. And then that's what we have so far. And then I start on the other letters, and as of right now, I mean, I do end up going back and I'll show you guys. I think I do show it that I use some popsicle sticks in the back to help secure these letters, but I also use those bumblebees in the front, which also will secure the letters as well. But you'll see all that in a minute. Look at me, I'm like, oh, please stay, please stay. It worked. I was happy. And then I'm going to take my bee and we're going to continue. I'm going to clean up some of the glue. And then I put my little bee on. I had to change my angle of my camera because it was getting too tall. So, a little bit of wood glue, a little bit of hot glue, and I'm going to put my little bee on top of that U. And pray it stays. Yes! I was so happy. And then, you see how I'm going to put the bumblebees? So that actually will help with keeping the letters together. And then for more security, I'll end up putting popsicle sticks on the back. Because I was a little worried. I was afraid it wouldn't stick. I'm surprised this thing is still standing. It actually is still standing. It actually is pretty sturdy. I shocked myself. And then once I get that on, I'm trying to decide where to put the little bee. Little buzz. And I want to get that glued on. Looks like I just used hot glue on that one. Of course, it's not really sticking to much. You can see when I put that bee on that it moved a little bit, and I think that's what freaked me out. But I ended up taking popsicle sticks and I ended up painting them in that yellow. And this is where I'm going to start connecting them together, just for my own sanity, I guess. And I used some wood glue and hot glue so I could have that immediate and permanent hold. And this actually helped. After I put these popsicle sticks on, it wasn't as wobbly. So it worked out great. And I think I only put it on the B and the U. So the B is connected to the U and the U is connected to the Z. And of course the other Z is connected to the base, so that worked. Okay, I'm going to take one of these honey stir sticks. And I did wipe some Waverly wax on it to darken it up. And now I'm going to do the same thing I did with Project 1. I'm just going to take a bunch of honey. Oh my goodness. Hot glue that down, and then put a bunch of hot glue on top of it, and then I'm going to paint it yellow. And then I think after that, see, isn't it cute? I love it. After that, I took a bunch of ribbon I had again, and I didn't show me making a messy bow, but you just make cuts of ribbon, turn it into an X, and seal it and tie it off with jute. And I'm just going to put that bow right there on top of the honey jar, and then I take a daisy and I stick that in the middle, and then I think I take more daisies and I stick it on the word buzz. I think I take it and I stick it, I don't know if I stick it on every letter. I might stick one on every letter. I can't remember. Yeah, I do. I take a daisy and I stick it out like in different places on the letters. All of them, I think. Maybe not the second Z. The middle Z. But I know I put one on the U and I put one on the B for letter B for sure. But that's it for these projects. We're now moving on to the final review. Please let me know in the description box below what you think. I love your opinions on these. But this is everything we did today. I'm in love with all of them, but I love Bumblebee design. So to me, I love these. Oh, I forgot. I did put a Bumblebee in the middle of that messy bow on that first one. I knew I did, and I didn't show it. Somehow I cut that out. But here's our big tall letter of Buzz, and there's all the little flowers on it. And then here's our little honey stand with our little hot glue honey jars. I think those turned out so cute. Oh my gosh. And I put little bees on there too. And I obviously didn't show that either. I don't know why. But let me know in the description box below what you think. Please remember that if I reach 500 subscribers by August 17th, I'll be doing a giveaway. And thanks again for stopping by. And I will see all of you on my next video.